Out of all the cryptids that could potentially exist, I have always found the most likely candidate for being a potential real-life creature is Bigfoot. It goes by many different names: Sasquatch, Yeti, Yowie, the Grassman, Skunk Ape. The names really could go on and on. In my series on lesser-known cryptids from each state, a part of the reason why I chose to go with lesser-known ones was because if not, they'd all be some version of Bigfoot. It really is kind of surreal to see the Bigfoot legend be so popular amongst the entirety of the United States. Of course, there are numerous possibilities for what the creature could be, and one day I'll make a video about going into the legend in full detail, but that's not the point of this video. As a kid, I used to stay awake late at night, especially in the summertime, and watch these random creepy videos on quote-unquote found footage. Where there'd be questionable film quality, red arrows and circles, and tons of zoom and enhance effects going on, and they always had eerie background music, just to make sure you were good and scared when looking out your windows at 3 in the morning. As an homage to those original videos and to satisfy the nostalgia for my inner self, I bring you over an hour of Bigfoot sightings that have been caught on video. I'll be providing brief commentary on these clips throughout the course of the video, but there are a few news stories mixed in, and for those, I'll let the original audio play in full. I started with this clip because it is probably the most famous Bigfoot footage to exist. It's called the Patterson-Gimlin film and was filmed by the namesakes in 1967, and it is considered to be the first Bigfoot sighting ever to be caught on video. It has tons of documentaries, movies, and TV shows debating on if the footage is real or if it is simply a costume. The debate goes on till this day, but what do you think of it? This clip shows a Bigfoot walking on Mars. I'm really not sure where this is at or why the colors look like this, but I think those are pine trees in the background, so I'm going to guess somewhere in Montana. This one feels like more of a suit to me. It just seems too human in the movements. What do you guys think?
Like that in court, they have got no good intentions. Their intentions are to harm you. I can very, very easily articulate that. But they will though. The old ladies in this county, they'll liable to shoot first, ask questions after they've got your body.
Oh, don't you know?
Yeah, I've had several of them tell me that. They're like, look, I live in this county since I was 12 years old. Had the farm, daddy's farm. Still got the land, and anybody coming on my property looking for no good, I'm gonna shoot them.
Absolutely. Whoa, what the heck?
What the crap?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy crap!
What the heck was that?
That was on 2 feet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I thought I was seeing things actually.
Oh my goodness, please tell me we got that on audio, or video.
Probably would have almost tagged you if that thing's recording.
You see anything down there?
Yes. I don't know what the heck it is. It's something going there. See it?
Where's that?
It's right over there. I don't know what it is. Now it's...
Hang on a second, let me get over here. It's not a person.
That you had your light on was right there. That thing was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it stopped.
Did you see that? I'm not crazy. I seen something, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw it.
What was that? I was like, I don't remember what we were talking about, but I seen something.
What is over here? If there's houses or something, I would be willing to bet somebody did something. I wonder if they came through there.
And playing a prank, maybe? That looked like a bear, but it was running on 2 feet.
I didn't want to say bear, but that's what I thought.
I don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you.
Can you see if it's on that recorder?
I'm about to.
It was almost going too fast for
I've never seen nothing like that before. And anybody coming on my property looking for no good, I'm gonna shoot them.
Absolutely. Whoa, what the heck?
What the crap? Good, I'm gonna shoot them.
Absolutely. Whoa, what the heck?
Good, I'm gonna shoot them.
Well, that's creepy. Don't get out. Don't you do it. I told him.
Seriously, look how big it is. I don't think it is a human. I think it's a Sasquatch.
It was a bluebird January morning here in the foothills of northeast Provo when a group of guys saw a figure on the mountain that looked like something they've never seen before.
You can't just see something that's maybe a once-in-a-century discovery and go do your 9-to-5 job. You gotta go look for fur or footprints or some kind of evidence.
And the camera was rolling as Austin took to the mountain with a buddy on a search for the elusive Bigfoot.
So I'm seeing something that is not deer tracks anymore. We're trying to determine what it is.
Their findings were inconclusive.
Was it a bear? Maybe, that's plausible. Was it a person? Also plausible. Was it something else? I think that's also plausible. Who knows?
On the other hand, I spoke to a curator from the Natural History Museum of Utah who says not only is that figure in the video not Sasquatch, but it's safe to say that Sasquatch is not something that would even exist.
What's the likelihood that there are big animals that have gone undetected by scientists and by trained observers?
Dr. Eric Rickard has spent much of his career exploring places people have never gone before in search of new species. So far, no Bigfoot or anything like it.
There are lots of undiscovered things, particularly in the natural world. But they don't take the form of giant apes running around in largely settled areas of the world.
So what do you believe?
I'm really hoping I get to go look again. Maybe there's something out there to find right here in Utah, even in Provo.
Let's throw a red circle up. Yeah, once again, this is far too human looking. Apes don't move the same way that people do. Now let's zoom it in and slow it down.
So you're on a scenic train ride through southwest Colorado when suddenly you see...
It's an elusive creature.
Wait, is that?
Oh my God, Sasquatch!
So my mind started racing. I was like, all right, I got to get this on. I got to get a clip of this.
Brandon here was on a trip from Florida just expecting to, see mountains, but then the couple in front of him noticed a mountain of a man.
It's not easy keeping the camera stabilized at that zoom level.
Pretty sure it's just Sasquatch down there.
Even from a moving train, Brandon's video was way better than most clips we've gotten of Bigfoot. And as you probably know, soon it was everywhere.
All right, just squatted down.
Harry's dropping the Hendersons off at the pool.
Now, I should mention that Brandon really does not like all this attention.
I ended up having to make my Instagram private.
But one aspect he did appreciate is the connection to his grandfather and his home state. You see, down in Florida...
This supposedly is video of Florida's elusive skunk ape.
There is a local Bigfoot called the Skunk Ape. Skunk Ape. And growing up, Brandon's grandpa used to take him fishing and tell him stories about the mysterious skunk ape.
I definitely sent him the clip, and he was pretty excited about it.
But was the creature in this video some kind of skunk ape Sasquatch thing?
Do you think that was a guy in a suit?
I think, yeah, it's probably likely that it was a local having some fun.
But come on, what fun is that?
Well, you'll see a lot of people just shut it down really quickly, but I think it's fun to speculate.
I think this video comes out of Russia, and it's a lot more convincing than some of the other ones. Even if this is a man in a suit, at least he's acting more ape-like than the others. But it almost seems like a gorilla or chimpanzee that escaped from somewhere with the way the limbs are moving. What do you think it is? Now let's zoom on in.
And there's a lot of wildlife and territory around here.
Kenny Mahoney has lived in southern Jefferson County his whole life. He knows the people, knows the land.
You can see deer track no problem.
And certainly the animals, which makes it odd his garden wasn't growing the way it was supposed to.
I planted 14 rows of green beans and they just wiped them out. A bunch of stuff smashed over, but no detailed tracks and something I wouldn't know.
Kenny was determined to catch the culprit.
I set the cameras up and they tell me what wildlife's in the area and what time they come through and everything.
You can clearly make out the animals in most of the pictures.
There's a rabbit right there. It's a raccoon. See?
Oh, yeah. Except for this one.
Yeah, it's roughly 50-55 yards from the camera to the where the object was.
A big black figure in the distance of one of his photos.
So I'm 5'11". I'm thinking this was probably 5 foot tall. And like I said, when we look at the picture later, you can see the thing is about this tall. It looks like it's about this wide. I didn't expect to catch Bigfoot on the camera.
Do you think Bigfoot's a vegetarian?
I hope so.
But what else could it be? Some have guessed a bear or an ape. But have you ever heard of either in Jefferson County? Maybe a trash bag blowing in the wind. Or perhaps there's some truth to those tall tales after all.
Every once in a while, I think something's impossible. They catch a prehistoric fish every once in a while or something. I don't ever rule anything out, but I'd say it's a real long shot for Bigfoot to be living in our backyard in Fairville.
Elizabeth Donatelli.
There's some ugly men around here that might pass for Bigfoot.
Wave 3 News.
Kenny's a straight savage with that last line. This must be Florida and what they call the skunk ape. Let's get a better look.
David, it's definitely a close one to call. It could be a bison, it could be a bear, and it definitely could be Bigfoot. Now, user Mary Greeley posted the video on her YouTube channel at the end of December and has garnered about 25,000 views since then, and other users have gained even more views than Greeley with 90,000 views, with additional videos essentially breaking down hers, analyzing and dissecting her footage to see if it is in fact Bigfoot roaming around Yellowstone National Park. Now, I spoke with this park's spokesperson today who had heard of the video himself, and he says such sightings of the mythical man-ape are something they hear about from time to time.
I don't know that we hear people claim to see Bigfoot in Yellowstone often, but it's happened. It's an entire hoax. People say a lot of crazy things about Yellowstone all the time. Bigfoot's just one of them.
Now, Greeley has quite a few videos on her channel concerning everything from politics to tourist attractions. In fact, she says on her channel, and I quote, the mainstream media does not show you these videos usually because they're too scared to show you. So we showed you the video, and now we're going to let you decide what you think. Reporting live in Bozeman, I'm Rachel Aragon, ABC Fox, Montana.
Thanks, Rachel. The Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization reports Montana has a total of 43 reported Bigfoot sightings since it was founded back in 1995.
Well, this has snuff film vibes. I don't know how else to say it, but something feels off with this video. I've seen footage from handheld cameras in the 80s before, and while they have film grain issues, this almost feels too consistent with the tape lines across the bottom. Like it was filmed on something modern, then edited to look older. Also, this dog is just having a dandy time out in the woods. And it appears the owner is more freaked out, which I don't think would be the case if a large ape-like creature appeared in front of any dog. Let's zoom in and get a better look, though.
He's a legend, most say a myth, and people hunt for him on reality TV. But a Bedford County woman now says her story is no joke. She called the sheriff's office about Bigfoot. Yes, you heard that right. And Angela Hatcher is here to tell us more about this one.
Well, Dana, I did talk with a woman on the phone today. I couldn't convince her to do an interview. She said she just moved to the area and she doesn't want to get a certain reputation with her neighbors. But she does want to warn them. She told the dispatcher she's now thinking about moving back.
I know this is going to sound crazy.
Dispatchers could tell you callers never just stop right there, and the stories sometimes seem unbelievable. Let's listen to the rest.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but I went back and checked, and there were prints of Bigfoot with a baby.
There were what?
It was a Bigfoot with a baby.
After assuring the dispatcher she hadn't been drinking, the woman offers no explanation why she waited 2 days to call. She said she was driving up Route 43 toward the Peaks of Otter last Wednesday. It was 20 minutes till midnight when she says her headlights hit something strange past Turkey Mountain Road just before you come to the first bridge. She says she went back in daylight.
And I did see some footprints. And the stride was longer than anything I could make.
The woman says the creature's footprint was bigger than her 2 feet together end to end, and she wears a size 8. She says it was holding her baby the way a human would, but says that baby had a face only a mother could love.
And the baby was looking right at me.
And she says it looked just like Chewbacca from Star Wars. Could something that appears like it's from out of this world actually exist right here at home?
Have you ever gotten other reports like this?
I've never had a call like this in my life.
All right, he's been a dispatcher for 10 years, and Danner, a deputy, did drive out there to 43, check things out, didn't see a thing. But again, she did call 2 days after she claims that she saw those creatures, and she tells me that she knows that they weren't bears. I grew up in that area, and that's pretty common, but she says they weren't bears, and we do have a call into a state biologist to see if he can explain what she may have seen.
So we might have Bigfoot Gate on our hands.
Apparently.
Let us know what you find out.
This one is kind of hard to figure out, the way the creature moves and the camera moving all over the place, but it looks somewhat promising. Oh wait, did you see that? grab that frame. This frame, hold on, let me make it better. It's still not right. Perfection. Okay, so this has to be a costume, right? Like I can see it has a little flap in the back for where the Velcro would attach. Good effort though. Now this one is interesting. Let's get a closer look. This just looks like bad CGI. I think this footage is actually from Les Stroud of Survivorman fame. Let's slow it down. I have no idea what's going on here. Wait, that was too fast. Go back to that camera view. Damn it. Well, we've got some trees. There it is. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. The movement patterns are just too human-like. Why is Bigfoot walking around like he's just vibing? Hold on, let's take another look. Oh, a boat. I mean, it's not a red circle, but I'll take it. Let's add one of these in there.
Werewolf, Bigfoot, missing link, perhaps an elaborate hoax. The people in Taylor, Mississippi would like answers to these very questions. Our own Amber Maddox is in the field to follow the story of Horror in the Hamlet.
For residents of tiny Taylor, Mississippi, it's the classic case of things that go bump in the night. Strange noises, unexplained shadows, and dogs barking for no reason have become the norm, all associated with what many in the area called the swamp booger.
Now, I blew it up so you can probably see it a little better.
But a recent photo taken by local Tina Bragg may have just substantiated what has long been considered a myth.
Now, I reckon you can really see it there. And is that one scary looking something? Look at that mouth. Look at that eye. That ain't your natural dog running around in the bushes.
A sudden rash of animal mutilations and strange droppings have many believing that the mysterious creature is anything but a myth.
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Aubrey Dale is a cattle farmer and was once skeptical of what he considered a fairy tale. But the discovery of some of his livestock torn apart by an unseen attacker and unexplained feces in his backyard has Mr. Dale rethinking his previous stance.
We had some cows tore up in the field, man. There was this stuff on the ground, this crap, man. I ain't never seen nothing look like that.
Though many in the area believe that this is the work of a Sasquatch, local Billy Teague is convinced This is the work of a creature from Cajun country known as the Lugaroo.
Mutilating animals, cutting animals' heads off, howling at the moon. That's a loop-a-loop, all right. And I promise you, the worst is yet to come.
For now, local authorities aren't commenting on their investigation, but they are looking into the reports that grow in number with each passing week. For Tina Bragg, the answers can't come soon enough.
I live by myself, and let me tell you what, I'm going to be some scared somebody until the government or somebody comes down here and does something about this creature that's been terrorizing this town of Taylor. I'm tired of it, and you know, everybody else is. And I want to know what it is, and I want it gone.
Reporting from Taylor, Mississippi,
Definitely ape-like. It's hard to get a good look on this one. Let's slow it down. What are we looking for? Oh, I see it!
South Texas is buzzing after an alleged Bigfoot sighting. It's Friday. A grainy cell phone photo taken just outside of Houston, setting off new searches for the mythical creature, and it appears everyone is getting involved. John Donnelly has more from our Fox affiliate, KRIV.
Anita Bienvenu has her camera at the ready. She was along the banks of the Neches River last night and this afternoon, hoping to catch a glimpse. She says she hasn't seen any Bigfoot yet, but she might have heard one.
We were standing out here a while ago, and it sounded like a growl. I don't know if it was just something from the plant or what, but he heard it, and I heard it, and then I heard it another time. So I don't know. It just sounded like a growl to me, coming from that direction.
Her grandson Aiden says he heard it too.
It went like, Rah! That's it.
That loud, huh?
Yeah, and I heard it.
Were you scared?
Yeah.
Right now, Bigfoot is the talk of the town. Everyone is down by the river trying to catch a glimpse.
Oh, yeah. It's very popular right now.
A lot of people are talking about it.
It's everywhere. Phones, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TV. Teachers are talking about it. Kids at school are talking about it. I mean, it's everywhere.
It's all because of this picture and article in the Port Arthur paper. A man named David Arsenault says he saw a male and a female Bigfoot on the banks of the Neches River throwing rocks into the water. He took this picture with his cell phone. Believe it? Well, plenty of people do believe in Bigfoot. There are actually 2 organizations here in Texas that investigate Bigfoot sightings. Texas Bigfoot Conservancy is one of them. They say Texas is a hotbed for Bigfoot sightings, and many of them are along the Neches River corridor. Is this one real? Maybe or maybe not, says Mike Mays.
like a lot of the pictures that you see that allegedly show these animals, you know, it's too far away, it's too pixelated, fuzzy, and indistinct to really draw any concrete conclusions one way or the other.
Because the picture is from December, his group won't go out and do an investigation. Too much time has passed to find any actual evidence. But Anita Bienvenu isn't giving up. She wants to have an encounter with one, just not a close encounter.
As long as they're on that side of the river and I see them, I'll be okay.
I'm sure they could probably swim.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I've seen on TV, but, you know, I'd go running.
Well, that is the first I have heard of a Mrs. Bigfoot. I mean, I think really we buried the lead there. Are they reproducing? We're just going to leave it at that for now. Thanks, John Donnelly from KRIV. Although we will take your thoughts on that one. Follow me on Twitter at Megan Kelly.
That's a fair amount of elk running around. I think this clip is supposedly about a Bigfoot hunting elk. After all these elk exit the frame, I'm expecting to see a Bigfoot chasing after them. Oh, wait. Let's slow that down. What is going on in this clip? It's super hard to see. Time to zoom. There it is. Let's freeze this frame for a second. Gotta add a red circle, and you can see its general head shape and where its eyes should be. This one, I don't know. It does seem like a large creature. It doesn't look like a suit, and the movements don't seem human to me. What do you guys think? Okay, so we got a tree shaker. I need a better look at this thing because it just seems like a bear. The arms are kind of throwing me off, but I'm going with a bear. Now this is interesting. Just the way its eyes and head shape look, this is some of the most compelling footage we've seen yet. We got some deer hanging out. They don't seem too bothered. What are we looking at here? Oh. Seems like a human to me. I'm gonna go with another person, but let's slow it down to double check. Yeah, that's a little too human looking. Wait, what was that? This video is so rough looking. That's just a dude walking in the woods. I wonder if they got any footprints in that snow. Let's slow that down and zoom in. guessing another hoax with that walk pattern. You know, I keep bringing up how a lot of these feel like people in costumes instead of a real creature. And I mean, I've never seen a Bigfoot, but I have seen a lot of humans, and I would expect a giant bipedal ape to have a different range of motions than a person, more animal-like than human-like. But maybe I'm wrong. If I'm supposed to watch there, then why are we panning? Let's make this video bright. No, not like that. That's better. Now we can see Bigfoot doing some laundry in the creek. If it wasn't for the snow falling, I'd swear this is just a still image. Oh shit, Bigfoot would have killed me. I didn't see that at all.
A community off northern Vancouver Island is at the center of an eerie mystery. People in Alert Bay say they've been hearing strange screams and howls from the forest at night. And the legend of the Sasquatch runs deep in their First Nations culture. As CTV's Gord Kurbis reports, some are now wondering if those legends are real.
It's an eerie recording captured on a cell phone of something that's making strange howling noises heard throughout Alert Bay.
We heard it once, and I didn't get the recording, and then second time I got the recording, and it was on the back porch. Very eerie.
The audio was recorded just recently on the backside of Cormorant Island. It's been heard by many all over the island.
This summer I've heard it 3 times. I've heard it scream 3 times. But it's been coming here for years.
Whatever's been making the noise is heard primarily at night. Some say it's a dog, but others say that's impossible.
With that volume, absolutely nothing. No dog can make that kind of a noise with that volume.
Art Dick hears the vocalizations just outside of his home. He's convinced the calls are from a Sasquatch. He believes the creature is real because of several previous encounters. like several years ago on a remote island further south when a tree was thrown at himself and fellow clam diggers.
Pulled the tree right out of the ground. The branches were still on it. I don't know anything that can just literally pull a tree with roots and all. I mean, you know, you see that little alder growing out there. You try to go and pull it out, you're not going to be able to do it.
While the howls and screams that have been heard throughout Alert Bay could be dismissed as simply animal noises, you have to keep in mind that Cormorant Island is a location where there is no wildlife. There's no bears, no cougars, not even any deer. And while you could dismiss the noises, there have been plenty of sightings.
One person that's seen it, her father lives in Alert Bay, and she came up to visit her father. So she went up to the graveyard to pay respects to one of her family. And when she went up to the graveyard, she seen it standing there. She turned around and she got out of there right away. She didn't even go to the graveyard.
And a more recent sighting when a group of teens were playing soccer near the band's big house. A large upright creature moved quickly alongside the building in just a few strides.
Yeah, they took off right away. They don't even stay there anymore after the dark.
Tomorrow on CTV News, a visit to the island by renowned Sasquatch investigator John Bindernagle, talking with witnesses and looking for clues, and we'll travel along.
What we got going on here? There's a little doggy and op that's an ape man. Let's see that one more time.
One more time.
Seems too human. And why would you ever turn the camera to face the dog again and away from the giant ape creature hanging out in a field? Well, that's all I have for today. I feel like a lot of these videos appeared to be hoaxes, but there were definitely some that I can't fully explain away. I don't personally have any first-hand encounters with Bigfoot, but do you or someone you know does? If so, leave a comment down below. I'd love to read through them. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Fare thee well, friend.